Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin, hope you spend a little time with me.
Hi everybody, this is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Today we're going to have smoked chicken and Cornish game hen for dinner. And I'm going to have some oven roasted vegetables as the side. So I thought I'd make some bread of some sort, rolls for dinner, and I have this really good recipe for soft herb rolls that is really good and quite flavorful. So that's what I thought I'd show you today, is how I make the soft herb rolls. So the ingredients for these rolls are 1 1/4 tablespoons of active yeast, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon each of minced dill, rosemary, and thyme, the ones that I'm going to use today. You can use whatever spices you want, but those are 3 good ones. And then I'm going to 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1 large egg, 1 cup of milk or half and half. I'm using a combination of the two. And 3 1/2 cups of flour. So this is going in there also. As I mentioned, today I'm using a bread machine. It's a real easy way to take care of the first knead and first rise. You can do it in like a KitchenAid if you want, or you can do it by hand for that matter. There's nothing really serious about this. So anyway, now I've got those, and now I'll put this in the bread machine and go on the knead cycle and the dough cycle, and in about an hour and 15 minutes it'll be ready to go. Okay, it's going in the bread machine. There we go. And this gets plugged in here. And I'll set it for the dough cycle and turn it on. That's all there is to it. Now the bread is kneading. The only thing you have to worry about is the texture, or the texture of the dough. It should be, when you feel it like this, it should be just slightly tacky. And I think it's just about right. So we'll close the lid on this and let it go for the complete cycle. The knead cycle has now been completed in the bread machine. And this is what the bread looks like, the dough looks like. So we got to take it out of here, and I'm putting it on a lightly floured breadboard. Now remember, I think I told you in a prior video that after the bread goes through its first rise, you need to knock it down. You need to deflate it and get it back into a dough ball. Then let it sit. You want to let it sit for about 10 minutes. because bread or dough will develop an attitude. And I think I used the phrase something like an unruly child. Well, now that this has been sitting for about 10 minutes, it's not going to do that. See, it doesn't spring back near as much as it normally does. So what we're going to need to do with this dough for these rolls is we need to divide it into 12 equal pieces, which we will roll up into a ball and put in a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. So when I break this up into 12 pieces, then I will bring you back and show you how we do it. So the first cut is right in half, which is right about there. I'll go ahead and break this up into 12 different pieces, and then I'll be back when we're at that point. Okay, I just cut the dough into about 12 pieces, so now what I'm going to do is just put them in my hand and roll them up. And I'll put them, try to find the non-seam side, put the seam down, and set them over here, and then we'll put them in a baking dish. So when I get to that point, no sense in boring you with this repetitive stuff. So I'll finish this up and then be back with you shortly. There are the 12 balls of dough rolled up and in the 9 by 12 pan. Now I'm going to cover those with a piece of plastic, saran wrap or something that I'm going to spray with non-stick spray. So when I take it off, that doesn't rip the tops of the rolls. So when I do that, then it's going to go into a warm oven, and it'll sit for about 45 minutes to an hour, so that they at least double, more than double in size, and then we'll bake them. And they're the finished rolls right out of the oven. One thing I didn't mention, and I forgot to video, was just before you put them in the oven, you paint an egg wash, just a pure egg. You beat an egg up and brush that on, and then sprinkle it with kosher salt. Then put that in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. And that's how it'll come out, just like that. And they are, oh, this kitchen, if you had smell-o-vision, you would just be crawling the walls. It is just wonderful. So we're going to put those on a plate and put them on the dinner table and have our chicken, our veggies, and the rolls, so, and a little salad. So eat your hearts out. Well, there's the dinner roll, and boy does it smell good. You can really smell the herbs in there. Oh boy. Well, there's the biscuit. Now for the taste test. Really good. And the herbs really make it comes out. The smell, the taste, it's really good. So, hope you enjoy it. Well, thanks again for watching this episode of My Idaho Cabin. Remember, the recipe will be right down here, and if you like, the subscribe and the notification bell is over here. So I hope you really try this recipe. It's really, really good. Just any kind of baking, really, but especially something like this with the herbs and spices in it, just really lights up the house. People will come in and, oh my God, what is that? And so hope you really enjoy it, and give it a try. But until next time, this is Rick at My Idaho Cabin. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Thanks for spending time